Good morning from Universal's Islands of Adventure. We are here at the parks this morning because there is some new stuff to check out. There's some brand new Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, Jaws 50th stuff, some of the new Back to the Future 40th anniversary merchandise has arrived. It is also the official opening week of Epic Universe. So let's head into Islands of Adventure, check out what's going on over there. We'll head over to Universal Studios Orlando, see what's new over there. I heard some new Jaws photo ops over there. That should be pretty cool. And as always, let's go on an adventure. Alright, we just got into Islands, which is great. Got in super quick because I used the UAP entrance that's all the way to the left side of the gate. And I didn't have to wait in the crazy line. Let's hit up the main gift shop, the Trading Co., and see some of the new merch that's here. Let's check some of the merch out first. All right, right when I walked in, there was a small How to Train Your Dragon display for the live action movie that's coming out soon. But check this out. It's Toothless Funko Pop. Doesn't have a price on it. I'm gonna assume probably 30 bucks, but this one's actually nice. This is one of the ones that I wanted from the collection, so we'll have to pick this one up soon. But it looks like they just have a bunch of different toys and shirts and whatnot. There's a new mystery. What's this? Oh, what are these, cards? No? The Book of Dragons, World of Berk. Oh, it's like a mystery set. That's cool. Looks like these are all the different dragons you can get. Hard to see which ones they are. The wrapping, but we also have some mystery pin set. That's cool. Do you get trading cards? Dragon card mystery pin set? That's cool. Are they trading cards with the pins on them? That's actually really creative. Viking and liking it. Who the hell thought of that? Quite literally nobody in the gift shop this morning, and it is 9:10. It's 9:59, so it's 10 a.m. and the park opened an hour ago. I'm surprised that their place isn't going rampant. I've never been here this early, but there's room to walk, and that never happens in here. Freaking amazing. Let's check out some of the rest of the merchandise. All right, so over here we have a giant Isle of Berk How to Train Your Dragon display. Looks like we got a bunch of the Light Fury stuff, Toothless stuff we've already seen in Epic Universe and all that. But over here looks like we have some of the live action stuff. I've seen this bottle before, and then this kids t-shirt. That's pretty cool. We have this pendant as well. It says How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk on it. I kind of wish it just said Dragon Trading Isle of Berk or something, and not How to Train Your Dragon on it. I feel that would have been pretty cool, but it's $16, so not too bad, honestly. This would be pretty cool hanging up in my house. All right, it is a Monday morning, and the park feels pretty dead. As you saw in the gift shop, it was pretty low crowd in there, but we're gonna cut through Seuss Landing and head over to the Hallows Eve store and check out some of the new. There's some Halloween Horror Nights merchandise that just dropped over there. And I think some new, just Halloween stuff going on over there. So let's go check out the merchandise over there. And then, since the park's pretty dead, and since we're in Islands, we gotta hop in the single rider line for Velocicoaster. We can't be here and not ride Velocicoaster. All right, I made it to All Hallows Eve, but they don't open till 11. But they have the Halloween Horror Nights merch reveal sign out. So I think that this would be a good time to head over, knock out Velocicoaster, wait for this to open, and then we'll come back and check this out when it opens. For you guys, it'll take about 10 seconds. For me, it'll take about an hour. So see you when we get back over here. Because what I'll do is I'll probably hit Velocicoaster real quick, come back, check out All Hallows Eve when that opens up, and then my plan was to just take the Hogwarts Express over to the Studios Park. So we're still gonna stick that plan. I just didn't know Hallows Eve opened at 11 and not right when the park opened. But luckily the cut through to Jurassic Park is open, so we can just go back and forth, and then I'll have to keep going through, what's over there? Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, whichever one's in this park. Just got off Velocicoaster. I literally only waited maybe 25, 30 minutes or so it wasn't too bad of a wait. But you already know it was a light work with no reaction. I saw here it is right here. Hey, there's baby girl right there. I took a picture of the little photo they take of you, literally no reaction at all. Bro, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Is Stardust Racers better? Is it? Let me know in the comments down below if you think Stardust Racers is better. It's hard to tell. That zero G roll over the water is insane here. on Velocicoaster, but there's still like 10 minutes before Hallows Eve opens up. So we're gonna make our way back over there, and I guess we'll just wait for the store to open. Then we'll check out some of the Horror Nights merch. All right, the store is open. Let's go check it out. All right, so it's kind of like right when you first walk in, some of the Horror Nights merch. Looks like we have just your regular t-shirt, which I really like this like colorway design. It's like a blue with some vines. Looks like there's some blood in there too. $33 for the shirt. That's the front. The back is what I really like though. It's got like those vines that we saw on like the sign out there, like a crow with an eyeball. That's pretty gnarly. Some blood on the vines. It's really cool. I like that one. Looks like we also have some like shot glasses here. $13 for a shot glass or a toothpick holder, whatever you want to call it. Got the Horror Nights logo on it. Then of course we have a really cool hat right here. I like the hat too. It's like a really dark brown color, hard to tell, but I like the rope hat. Then we have the tank top. This is the front, so I'm assuming that there's probably, yeah, nothing on the back, just the Halloween Horror Nights logo on the back. Then we have a candle. Smells good. Smells really good actually. I'd buy that. We got this Creature from the Black Lagoon poster too. I really like this. I like this a lot. Looks like over here we have some Universal Funko Pops. We got Frankenstein, Gillman, which is essentially Creature. I like him. We also have the Bride of Frankenstein. There's Dracula up here. What else do we have? Kind of a closer look at the Gillman. I like him. He's kind of cute. Also got this like metal sign right here. $30, a little much for a sign, but it's nice. Showing Creature a lot of love. Okay, but I want this. It's a cat coming out of a pumpkin. $37, but I still want it.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Look at this shirt. It's like Frankenstein as like a Halloween mech. That is so cool. Oh my God, he's got a little Creature shoe on. That's incredible. $37. Okay, it's totally hard to see in here, but they have a Dueling Dragons candle for $28. And it smells delicious. Like, I want my house to smell like this. They have a ton of Dueling Dragons merchandise, by the way. There's a shirt down here that I really, really want. Like, check out how cool this shirt is. It's a Dueling, it says Universal Orlando, Dueling Dragons. Like, it's so hard to see though. On the back it says Choose Thy Faith. Pretty sure that was a Horror Nights house a few years ago. A couple other Dueling Dragon shirts. That like looks like an ice dragon. I don't know what that thing is. We got this one like an orange shirt. Reminds me of like a shirt you'd find years ago during like Lord of the Rings peak era. That's pretty much it for the majority of the Horror Nights merch that kind of dropped. That's just kind of like the basic stuff that's gonna be here up until the end of Horror Nights. So we'll pick that up another day. But I do want that Dueling Dragon shirt, so we'll definitely have to come back and pick that up. I wish they would make one of those like posters that they make of that, like the specific design. I think it's really cool, but we're gonna go ahead and jump on the Hogwarts Express. It says it is a 10-minute wait or something like that. Let's do that. We'll head over to the Studios Park real quick. There's like nobody in line. They literally meant it was a 10-minute wait. Like, I think this is the shortest I've ever waited for the train here. And one of the biggest reasons I never take the train is because I just would rather just walk back and forth from the parks. But it's so hot out today that I think it was totally worth just walking through the queue for the train. Even if it was like a 30-minute wait, I was down to wait for it. And it just pulled into the station when I got here. Dude, this has been a great morning so far. All right, made it over to the Studios Park. Yo, I was checking wait times. We might have to hit the Mummy real quick, bro. We might have to hit the Mummy. It said it's only like a 20-minute wait, so we gotta go see what's up to our boy. But at first, let's go check out some of the stuff over at the little amenity island, like photo op they got going on for the Jaws 50th. Of course, we gotta have the old-fashioned Coca-Cola truck. Super cool, of course. But walk over here. It's right outside San Francisco. But it looks like they have like a little banner up there. Let's see what that says. It's welcome. Amity 4th of July celebration. So a little celebration. Another good photo op right here. No swimming, hazardous conditions. Little Easter egg. We got some TNT for when we gotta blow the shark up. Of course, our the main photo op over here. It's actually pretty cool. I believe this is one of the front, like, actual boats they used in the original Jaws ride here. I'll bring you over here in a second and show you, but I gotta get some photos first. Hold on. This thing's actually so cool. Check it out. They have like a photo from like the actual attraction is what it looks like. You got Jaws coming out, the animatronic shark. What's really cool is look at this. Look at this. They got there's like a shirt hanging on there. Official souvenir photo book down in there for the background. So cool. And then here's like the boat back over here. Looks like, this is what's really cool. Looks like there's like a schematic of what the Jaws attraction was. Yeah, scene, welcome aboard. That's cool, 1990 version. It's funny, because if you didn't know, they had to redo the attraction when the ride first opened, because it wasn't made correctly. Looks like we have a skipper script here. And we got the original like poster board for it. It's cool. Man, what a cool little like photo op, a little like dedication to like Jaws 50 for the movie and whatnot. I know they got some special stuff at the bar over there, but I'm not getting anything to drink today, and the line was pretty long, so we're gonna come back another day and try some of those drinks. But I do know they have it's like a special Jaws 50th Coca-Cola refillable cup, I think. I've been seeing that floating around, so I'll have to find that, see if we can snag that real quick. You know we love the refillables here. But let's go see if we can find some of the new Back to the Future merch, and then I believe over at Five and Dine, or Five and Dime, whatever it's called, there's also a Halloween Horror Nights display, so we'll go check that out here in a second. And let me tell you, it is currently like 11:40, and it is hot. It feels like it is 100 degrees out here. It is muggy. So if you are coming to Orlando this summer, hitting the parks, be prepared. Grab a fan, a mister, hydrate, get your liquid IV, not a plug. I just love it. But it's a hot one today. I mean, I can't, and I mean, when I went to Epic, I can only imagine how it's gonna feel during the middle of summer when it's 100% humidity, 100 degrees, and there's no shade over there. We're going Monday the 26th, a couple days after it opens. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how they're gonna handle everything. We did end up getting a couple of express passes for our troubles the last time we were there, which is cool. We got 3 express passes apiece. So our plan is to just ride. Basically, since Ministry of Magic is at a standby queue now, we're just gonna rope drop that and just wait for it to open and hopefully get on it, and then use our express passes to ride everything else. Is kind of the plan, and just enjoy the day, because that's gonna be our last time at Epic Universe for a while. Because I don't see us going during the summer, to be honest. We got some Ghostbusters merch. It's cool.
Run out of money.
Slimer shirt's pretty cool. There's one of him like biting a pizza box. I prefer the black one though. That one's a lot more cooler. And then right over here we have a bunch of the Jaws merchandise, typical stuff, headband, plushie, cup. It's got the year the movie came out in 1975, coffee mug. What else we got? Looks like we got a shirt. Not a fan of the V-neck. I do like this tank top though. This would be perfect right now. We got some Jaws underwear, just in case you shit yourself. All right, here's some of the new Back to the Future stuff from the 40th. Really cool here. This hoodie is really cool. It's like 8-bit Back to the Future on the back. What's the front? Back to the Future 40. It's a zip up though, so I wouldn't wear it. I love this shirt though. This like 80s vibe shirt, out of time on it. Super cool. Of course, we got the Roosevelt's Roper on it. It's the one I really want. It's got Marty and Doc from all the places they went. $75 plus AP discount if you have one. Really cool. I'm gonna have to pick this up at some point. Of course, we have the Back to the Future Loungefly that we've always had here. Just looking at this makes me sweat, so that'll be a no for me, dog. Of course, I dig this shirt too. Classic Back to the Future. It looks like a Doc on the clock tower. 40 in the clock. It's super cool. $33. Another Back to the Future shirt, probably $33. That's a cool one. It's a good one. Out of time license plate. Love that. Over here we have a Ghostbusters vest. That's cool. This was used, I think, in a tribute store at one point. I'm not sure. And then we have one of the Ecto packs or whatever they're called. So that's really cool. I think both these items are actually used in a tribute store at one point, a summer tribute store, I believe. Oh, but this sign is so cool. Man, Universal has the best signs, powered by the flux capacitor. Back to the Future 1985. So cool. $35 for that sign? Not bad. So it's also 35 years of Universal Studios Florida. So it looks like we got some merch. The hoodie's pretty cool. I really like the neon light t-shirt. Super cool. I believe this one is also 30 as well. Yeah, really cool. It's got like a little gel feel to it. I love this poster though. It's got all the attractions in neon. These are all like opening day stuff. We got E.T., Jurassic Park, King Kong, Jaws, Back to the Future. Not opening day stuff, but just iconic Universal Studios stuff on this poster. How much is it? Dude, $17 for this? This might have to come home with me today. This thing is sick, dude. All right, Universal Orlando 35-year merch. Super cool, super great. Definitely need to come back and pick up that poster and the Back to the Future Roosevelt shirt. There's a lot of cool things we need here. We need the Dueling Dragons shirt, Choose Thy Faith hoodie, obviously the Roosevelt stuff. What else was it? The poster we need in there. A couple really cool items we got going on here merchandise-wise. And of course the Horror Nights t-shirt. Need that, absolutely need that. But there's also a UOAP store, like a discount store. They made it bigger. They took it out of the Hollywood Brown Derby and put it over where the tribute store was for Mardi Gras. So we're gonna go check that out, but let's head over to Five and Dime now. And I keep pronouncing that wrong. It's either Five and Dine or Five and Dime. I have no idea what it's called, to be honest with you. But I know they have some Horror Nights set up there, so let's go check that out. All right, so this display is way cooler. We got like the vines coming down from the top up there. That's super cool. It's really cool like facade thing going on over here. But it's a lot of the same merch we saw over at Islands still. It's like old relic table thing going on. I don't know. Candles to go with the candles, of course. But really cool facade over here. Honestly, this poster, or whatever this thing is, this sign is so cool. And on the back side over here, we got this really cool like lamp looking thing with like a gargoyle or something on it. I have no idea. It's cool though. And of course we got a mirror. Hey, it's so hot. Even the mirror is sweating. Not really, that's totally like dried blood that like Sinister and Surreal left over for whatever the new icon this year at Horror Nights is gonna be. That's what it is. But that's pretty much it for that display. That display is more of a very cool like nod and hint at what's gonna come to Halloween Horror Nights. It's giving off like abandoned mansion vibes. It's almost like, oh, there's the Ecto. Oh, that's the Blues Brothers down there. It's not the Ecto one. Blues Brothers are down there, just riding around in the cop car. That's cool. Anyways, it's totally giving just abandoned mansion, like haunted. The vines are taking over, like there's spirits or something there taking over and trying to destroy everybody that's in the mansion. That's what it's giving off to me. But let's go over to Williams of Hollywood and check out the UOAP and team member discount store and see if we can find anything good in there. All right, looks like it's all 60% off, and as it all works is it's 60% off, and there is no added discount, so no AP discount, but there's a ton of King Gators left, King Gator popcorn buckets left, who, let's see how much he's going for. I think he was like 30 at one point, but I don't see no price tag on him. Literally a ton of King Gator popcorn buckets left over. He's so cool though, I kinda like him. Like, he might come home with me. Always look up when you come into these like tribute stores and like team member discount stores and stuff. We got like a shark up there for Jaws. What else we got up there? I'm trying to see if we can point anything out. Universal Studios Bay are hard to see. See if I can get a nice little zoom. There we go. Yeah, we got the Jaws shark over here. Trying to see what else is hidden up there. Panda. We got the panda back there. Can't tell, that might be King Gator up there. Hard to tell. I'm trying to see if we can see like Donkey or someone. There's a bunch of plushies up here. We got some of the tribute store from Christmas stuff over here. And check it out. We got the Major Sweets Candy Co. banner right here. That's cool. That is cool. A Bucky up there. Looks like we got something from the Mummy up here as well. That's pretty cool. Little like mummy sign, Pharaoh tomb. Cat stuff, that's cool. I don't know what this guy's from, but if anybody knows, leave a comment down below. I want to know what this is from. It seems like some type of Horror Nights tribute store piece, but I'm not too sure. Chris Pratt, Stuffy. Look, you can see up there, you can see a Major Sweets sign. That's so cool. What else is up here? Open the Duloc. It's like a Bucky the Squirrel sign over there. We got another Major Sweets sign up there, Candy King. I think that one was from when he had just the Scare Zone. I don't think that one was from the house from last year. And then that's cool. There's the sign from the Tribute store when it was like an arcade from, I want to say 2 years ago. That's a cool sign. We have the Revenge of the Dead Coconut Club sign up here. That's a good sign. They got like my boy Little Boo right here. Like, look at him. Look at him. King. Looks like up here we have some like Universal Monster signs. This one is super cool. It's got everybody on here. Wolfman, Invisible Man, Bride, Mummy, Creature, Dracula, Frankenstein. That's another good sign. This is cool. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a schematic of the Islands of Adventure lighthouse. That's so cool. That's a good one. It's a good little poster thing going on over here. Curtain. Walked out and the Simpsons are meeting over there. That's cool. All right, it's a cool annual pass holder like tribute discount store to go check out and team member store. But really not too much like good merchandise in there. There's a lot of stuff from like Christmas, Mardi Gras, stuff that just doesn't sell or just has a really bad design that just never sold to begin with. Or if it has a good design, then it's probably like a small or an extra small or medium. All like the larges to like 3 and 4X sizes are like sold out. So really nothing good in there, at least for me. Looks like they got Scooby and the gang meeting over here in the shade instead of by the Mystery Machine where there was a ton of sun. Like I said, it is super hot out here today. Dominion Mayhem. The biggest disappointment probably at a theme park for me. I rode that for the first time like 2 weeks ago when Sarah and I stayed at Cabana Bay, which if you haven't checked that video out, go check it out after this video. And I thought it was a dark ride. I didn't know it was just like a show simulator thing. It was terrible. Don't waste your time on it. Go do like Minion Blast or something. At least it's interactive. Your days are numbered, Rip Ride Rockit. Your days are numbered. Speaking of Rip Ride Rockit days being numbered, they did make some like farewell tour merch on it. $30 for this shirt. Farewell Tour 2025 in the Rip Ride Rockit, you know, font. Thank you. But the back of it's super cool. It's like 2 skull people riding the ride, like a facade of the ride in the background says Rip Ride Hollywood Rockit. Super cool. It's a good shirt. It's a good shirt. You're gonna have to pick it up. All right, they've already filed the permits to basically tear down Rip Ride Rockit. I think they'll do it after the Horror Nights season, just because I feel like that'll just be having the ride open. It keeps the crowds away from the houses. It keeps house times down. Without that ride, it probably wouldn't be too, be a little bit more crowded for wait times for the houses. But I don't know. I think they'll keep it until after Horror Nights, and then post Horror Nights they'll shut it down and demolish it at the start of next year. But this is the last year it'll most likely be open. So let me know, what do you think is going to go there? I think it's going to be a Fast and Furious coaster. Me personally, I think it's going to be a Fast and Furious roller coaster, kind of like what they're going to do in Hollywood. Or they're going to like kind of get rid of the Fast and Furious supercharged route they have here and put a coaster there. But I don't know. I'm kind of hoping for another coaster or something to go there. I hope they don't just like tear it down and nothing goes there. But I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be super cool. Especially with Epic opening up, what's going to be great is they're going to have less crowds at the Studios Park, which is where I'm at, and it's going to be able to just get so much love and some good old-fashioned refurb. Toothless Big Head Popcorn Bucket, still love it, but I think I'd rather get the one at Epic where he's in the shell. I think that one's cooler, little baby Toothless. But ton of How to Train Your Dragon merch when you first walk into the main Studios store at the Studios Park. Looks like also we got some more like Epic Universe stuff, ton of Super Nintendo World back there. Got some Ministry of Magic shirts and hats. I still dig this hat, but I just feel like with it being like a cream color, sweating a lot in the Orlando heat, it would just get dirty. Let's talk about Horror Nights. Heck, I might have some scare actors pop out at the studio store with all these black curtains up. All right, I'm back out in front of the Studios Park. We're ending the video in front of the Studios Park, the way we started the video in front of Islands of Adventure. But that's kind of all the new merchandise, Halloween Horror Nights stuff. There is some really cool stuff coming this year for Halloween Horror Nights. I've heard some house rumors that I'm really hoping we get a WWE house this year. I think it was supposed to be a Wyatt Six house, but that kind of changed over to being like a WWE. I think it's gonna be like a Legends of WWE, so I would hope like Kane, The Undertaker, maybe some Bray Wyatt in there, Paul Bearer, some of like the creepier stuff. I'm hoping like a Rhea Ripley, I think a Judgment Day thing would be really cool. And I think even if it wasn't like the most popular house. I still think people who aren't big wrestling fans like myself would totally enjoy it still. But I know that we're gonna get like Terrifier. I think we're getting like Space Cowboys, whatever it was, from Slaughter Cinema 2 last year. They're going to get a lot of really good houses this year, especially since this is Halloween Horror Nights 34. Next year's going to be 35. So I think they're going to try and save the budget a little bit and see if they can really pump it up next year. I think we're going to get 10 houses this year like we always do. But other than that, that's it for us here at Universal Orlando. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, because it really helps me grow to our ultimate goal of 100,000 subscribers. But anyways, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Actually, I think the next time I'll be in a theme park is going to be at Epic Universe. So I'll see you guys at Epic Universe. Peace.